Hello guys, here we will be discussing about how to design a network in Cisco Packet Tracer and how to configure that network using IP static routing. Right, so we have two types of routing available. One is your static routing protocols and second is your dynamic routing protocols. So here the first practical we will be using how to design or how to configure the network using our static routing. So in order to do so, we'll move on to our Cisco Packet Tracer. He is a Cisco Packet Tracer. I will delete both these things which are previously there. We'll start off from fresh for you guys. If you don't have any idea about Cisco Packet Tracer, you can simply download it using from the website, right? And just follow these steps. You will be understanding how to do it. You can see where my cursor is going. Here we can select first of all one end device. Let's suppose this is my computer, one PC. I will use two systems instead in a network, right? I will be creating a very simple and small network in order to understand. And these two systems has to be connected with a switch. So I will be using this switch. I will drag and drop here. So this is my initial small network, but this is not completed right now. Okay, so what I need to do is I have to make connections with this. So this first option, this is my connections option here, and inside this the first option is your automatic connection. If you know which cable need to be used, you can directly go to it, but since you are the beginner in this, we can do it by using this automatic selection. So click on this, then click on the system and then connect your switch. Then again do the same thing for the second system. So this is how you make your connections initially, but this is not done right now, right? We have to understand what we are doing. So we need to have a clear idea about which network I'm going to create. So for that I will be placing note in this screen to make you guys understand. Let's say this is my network called 192.168.1.0. This is my network. Okay, now in this network I have two systems, so I will add node to it. Please mind this, I am not configuring the systems. I am simply making a label so that we all get to know what IP addresses we have used. 168.1.2. Okay, now for this system my IP address will be 192.168.1.3. So if in case you don't know why I am assigning these IP addresses, I will give a quick review on this so that you get to know if you have studied in your subject. In a network, this first IP address 1.0 of this subnet will represent the network address. Okay, and this 1.2 will be the starting IP address for my host, and 1.3, and we can continue with it. I have not used 1.1 because 1.1 is essentially or conveniently used for our network gateways. We will see in this coming lecture. So I have labeled it right now. Now I need to assign IP addresses to the system. So before that, let's complete this thing. I will assign IP address by clicking on the system. This pop-up comes. Here I will go to my desktop version, IP configuration. Now here I can do in two ways, using either DHCP protocol or using static. I will be preferring static right now. So I want to give this system the IP address 192.168.1.2. Press tab, you will come to this part. Okay, this is done with this system. Second system, click on this desktop IP config 192.168.1.3, and my subnet mask is already clearly visible here. This is for my class C because the IP address is class C IP address. So I have done these first two things. Now let's check if I'm able to connect with these two systems. If I from this system, I'll go to the command prompt. I can simply type ping 192.168.1.3, press enter. Yeah, I'm getting the reply from this system. That means I'm able to connect with these two systems. I can do the same thing for this system as well. Ping 192.168.1.2. Yeah, I'm getting a reply from this system. So both the systems are able to communicate with each other right now. So this is a small network. Now if I have to connect with create one more network to it, what I will do, I will replicate the same network. I can replicate the same thing. So what I will do is I will again pick a system here, second system, then I will choose a networking device switch for this one. Yeah, then I will do the connection part, click on this connection, automatic, some switch to this system, and from here to this one, right? Same thing again, I will add node to it quickly. This is my next network, second network, and I say this network is 192.168.2.0. The left side was 1.0. Now this is my 2.0. For under this, my IP address will be 192.168. Let's say it is 2.2, and this system is of IP address 192.168.2.3. Perfect. I will make it visible for you guys. Yeah, now it will be visible to you. So this is my IP address for these two systems. So now let's configure it. Click on the system, go to the desktop version, IP configuration. This comes out static. Under static route configuration, I will assign IP address 192.168.2.2. Pretty simple. Subnet mask is there, correct. Second system, desktop IP config. So you can do this part very quickly. It all comes from practice. 2.2.3 subnet mask is also correct. So I have configured these two systems. Now how I can check how to connect now these two systems is we need to have a router for this connection. So which router? I would prefer to use a router having fast Ethernet ports and my serial ports as well. So this is my router currently. Okay, you can choose any of this, that depends upon the usability. Right now I need to connect these two networks, and then I want to create one more network over here. For that purpose I need to have fast Ethernet port and serial ports as well in the right side. That's why I choose this router. So let's connect it again. Auto config, auto connection, some switch to this router, and then from this to this router. So the connections, physical connections are now done. Now this router has got two ports. This port you can see it is fast Ethernet 0.0, and this one is fast Ethernet 1.0. So let's configure it quickly. Click on this router, come to the config part. You can see the interfaces. This is my 0.0 for the left part. Click on this. I have to configure it. What is the IP address for this? You allow. For this network 192.168.1.0, the gateway will be 1.1. This gateway will be represented by this router port, this port fast Ethernet 0.0. So we know it, 192.168.1.1 will be my IP address for it. Subnet mask comes, and then don't forget to switch on this port. Before this I want to show you something. As soon as I wrote this IP address and subnet mask, automatically the commands were written here. So you can do it in two ways, either by coming to this config part, or you can do it by writing the commands over in the command line interface. So automatically if you quickly click simply click on this, commands will be here. You can cross check it. So how it is done, what is command for it? You have to come to this config if mode. Okay, now how to come to this mode? You have to, in the configuration mode, you have to write the interface to which you want to config. That is interface fast Ethernet 0.0. Press enter. You will come to this mode, config if mode. Now here you can write IP address. What is the IP address you want to config? That is a gateway 1.1 and your space subnet mask. Press enter. This will be configured. And then before moving out of this, don't forget to switch on this port. That is, click on this portion. As soon as you click it, the command for this is no shutdown. So to switch on the port, the command is no shutdown, or you can simply type no shut also. That will also work. Okay, so this is done. We'll close it. So that's why it became, now it is green. You can see it. Similarly, we will do it for the other port also, fast Ethernet 1.0. Can quickly follow it. My IP address will be the gateway address for this one. Gateway address is 2.0 was the network, so gateway address is 192.168.2.1. Subnet mask is there. Switch on the port and close it. Now it will take some time. Maybe it takes basically approximately 10 seconds to get it green. So this green will tell that everything is now configured correctly. So let's start checking it whether it is done or not. We can send packets from one system to another to cross check it. For that, you have to go for simulation. So for simulation, you need to click. You can see this small arrow mark here. Click on this. This will open my PDU list window. So here I can see, meanwhile you can see this has become green. Okay. So this is my packet that is called PDU, protocol data unit. Click on this. If suppose I have to send packet from this system, click on this, and let's suppose I have to communicate or send packet to this system. So I will click here to drop it, and you can see here it is successful communication. I can delete it back. I can again choose next PDU. Let's suppose I have to send packet from this system to this system. Right now it is in progress. It failed. It may take some time also. That we don't know how much time it will take. I will try it again. If there is still the problem exists, then we have to think of it, why it is happening. Okay, now the problem is still there. So what could be the reason for it? So what have we done everything perfectly? Let's cross check it. This is my system. I will click on this. I will go to IP configuration. Yes, I have given the IP address subnet mask, but I haven't given the default gateway. So what is happening here basically is this small network doesn't know about this. They know about each other perfectly, but this router doesn't know, or the system doesn't know how to communicate with this router. So for that thing, I need to address write this gateway. So because this port has the IP address 1.1, so we have to configure the system to communicate with this port. So for that purpose, what I will do, I will add default gateway here. At the gateway, as you know, it is 192.168.1.1. Perfect. I will close it. Similarly, second system also IP configuration. I will add the default gateway here also 192.168.1.1. Have I closed it? No. Yeah, I closed it. Similarly, for this network, this system IP address was 2.2, so my gateway will be 192.168.2.1. I'll close it. This system also IP config default gateway was not there, 192.168.2.1. Yeah, so this default gateway has been configured with these systems. Now let's check it whether it is working now or not. This system to this system, it is still in progress. It may take some time. We'll wait for it. Meanwhile, let's check for this. This is successful. From this to this is also successful. From this to this, now it is successful. Yeah, you can see it. It takes some time to get done. Okay, now it is successful. Now I can send packets from this system or this network to this network. It will also be done. Just wait. This to this successful. Okay, now from this to this is also successful. So this switch takes some time, right? We need not configure our switch, but it takes some time to get done. It takes about 10 to 15 seconds after each configuration. So this is my one network. So now these two small subnets is connected with the router, and both are communicating with each other. Now what if I had to go for a bigger network, right? To expand this network, what I will do, I can create one more network here, just like this only. Let's suppose this is my network. I will choose a switch again here also. Let's suppose my switch is 2960. Okay, I need to choose any switch. Then I want to choose a router for this. I will choose the same router which I chose here itself. That is a PT router, so I will use this PT router, right? So this, and then I will start connecting it, PC to switch, then this PC to this switch, and from this PC to this switch. Please mind, this is the simplest network which we can build. Now I have to connect these two networks. So before connecting these two, what I would do is I would again configure IP addresses to this particular network. So for which IP address you'll be using, let's suppose I'll be 192. This network is represented by 3 dot. This was 1.0. This was 2.0, or let's suppose it is 3.0. And accordingly, you can assign IP address to these systems as well. This will be 192.168.3. Let's suppose it is 4. Doesn't matter, but just don't choose 1 or 0. Okay, you can choose anything. 192.168. Let's suppose it is 3.5. Perfect. So this is the IP address I need to give. So let's start doing it. I will click on the system, go to desktop, IP configuration, i192.168.3.4 is my IP address. Subnet mask is there. Let's give the gateway right here, 192.168.3.1. Don't forget it. Same with the system also. Desktop mode, IP config 192.168. It is 3.5 which I want to give, so that's okay. And my gateway will be 168.3.1, correct? And then close it. Now I have to configure this router as well, the ports of this router. What was the port? It is fast Ethernet port now. So let's check it. Which port was this? This is fast Ethernet 0.0. So we click again and go to config, interface fast Ethernet 0.0. Yeah, this one is. So till the IP address, that is the gateway address, 192.168.3.1. So the port IP address for any router is exactly your gateway address. So this is 192.168.3.1 here. Subnet mask is 255. What's important, I should switch on the router. So I would have done the same thing using the CLI method as well. So if you open CLI, you can simply type the command from where to start. Router enable, first command. Then you will enter this router hash privilege mode. Then you have to write configure terminal. This will enter you into global configuration mode. Then you have to write which interface you want to configure, that is hash interface fast Ethernet 0.0/0. So once do it, you will enter the global configuration mode. Then this configuration mode, you have to write this IP address which we want to give, that is hash IP space address space the address which I used, that is 3.1, and then space subnet mask. Press enter. This will assign IP address to that particular port, and then we have to switch on the port also. So for that we will write hash no shutdown and press enter. All done. This will config my this port. This is how it is done. So you can see everything is now green. So let's check the same thing here also. Packet from this system to this system, yeah, it is successful. I will repeat again, from here to here, yeah, it is successful. Delete again. Let me check this router is working or not. Yeah, it is sending data from that router to this, from this router to this system. It will take some time, but it will be done. From here to here, it is working perfect. Okay, from switch, I would say from this is also working. Okay, so it is perfectly working. So I have got 3 networks. What I have done till now, we have 3 networks. This is 1.0, this is 2.0, and this is 3.0, under which we have two systems each. Okay, now I have connected one route. These 2 networks are connected using one network, and now we will connect this complete network with this network using these 2 routers. So what I have to do is I have to again connect it. So I will click on this, and that's done. So I will just briefly tell you this. When a router is connected with another router, this is connected through the serial ports. You can see here, this is my serial port SE2/0. Now here is a clock is there. In this port there is no clock, so that means we need to set timers for this. So I will click on this router. I have connected with SE20. This is serial 2/0 port. Okay, what I will do, I will assign some IP address. So what I am going to do is I will assume this is my another network. Let's suppose it is 20.0.0.0, some network. So under this network, I have two ports here for these two routers, correct? One for this port and another one for this port. So I will configure IP addresses for these ports. So then I will click on this router. I will go to port serials 2/0. Let's suppose my IP address is 20.0.0 dot it is 2. Let's suppose subnet mask is fine. Switch on the router, this port, and then I have to set clock rate. Again, take anything. Let's suppose I am taking 64,000. Okay, so you can see the commands for this. Yeah, from where I started, we can do it from here. I have select in the config mode, select the port, hash interface, serial 2/0, IP address, hash IP address 20.0.0.2, then subnet mask. Press enter, no shutdown, switch on the port, and then set the clock rate, hash clock rate 64,000. So if you want to do it from command, these are the commands you have to type in this CLI command line interface, or you can do it in this config mode itself. So I am showing you here. You can practice it in the command line interface also. That's done. We'll close it. Okay, now I will do the same thing for this port. This here also SE20. Switch on this, and you can see there is no clock sign. So this port is having no clock. So I will set here not set, because this is not clock. So I will give an IP address to this also. Previous one was 2, I guess. Let's suppose this is 3. Subnet mask is this one, and we'll close it. Perfect. So I have configured everything. Now let's do some checks. Packet drop from here to here, it is successful. Okay, now next. Now when you see that everything is connected and everything is green, that means that this complete network is configured. But if I want to send from this network to this network, let's suppose from PC 2 to PC 6, let's check it whether it will happen or not. From PC 2, it will go from like this, it has to go like this up to PC 6. It is saying it is failed. You can see here it is failed. Why it is so? Because this router knows about this complete network. This router knows about this complete network, but what I want to do is I want to teach my each router about the other networks also. For example, what I will do is I will click on this. I have to tell this router about this complete network. So I will, so there the role of routing comes. So you have to route set routings protocol for these routers, and then only you can tell about the other networks. So you can see under this routing we have two options. One is static routing, second is RIP. RIP is your dynamic routing. So in this practical we'll be doing static routing. So click on static. So these are the options. Okay, so what are we going to do now? I am going to tell this router about these two networks. Okay, so my first network is 192.168.1.0. So I will add 192.168.1.0 here. The subnet mask is, this is for the class C, 255.255.255.0. Now next hop is in this case, that means in order to reach this network, the router has to go to which hop? This port, and the IP address for this hop was I will quickly add it here in case you have any doubt. The IP address, I guess we assigned it was 0.2 for this port, and we assigned 20.0.0.3 for this port. Okay, so what are we going to do? Yeah, next hop will be this port IP address. So this router has to go through this port to this network. So I'll be using it as 20.0.0.2. All set. Now I have to simply type here add. So what I have done till now, nothing, and just entered all the details, and I will click add here. As soon as you add here, this network is now routed. The routing protocol, static routing protocol, has added one route to it. Route is, it has to go to network 192.168.1.0 via 20.0.0.2 port. So the same thing can be configured using commands also. Let's check it. What are the commands for it? You have to start it from here, that is simply in the config if mode, but before that you have to state the which port you are going to do it. Correct. So we are going to do it for this port, that is 2/0. So how to write here? Simply write hash IP address 20.0.0.3, which we already did, and then exit. Then we come to route it, IP route 192.168.1.0, and then the subnet mask, and then the next hop I address 20.0.0, and then press enter. That's all. This will add this network to this router. But there is not only this one network, we have two networks here, 1.0 and 2.0. So I will add one more now. I will just quickly delete it, go back, backspace 2.0. Rest is same, mask is same, next hop is also same. So I will again add it. So it has now added two networks. Fine. And for the command for this was I have a hash IP route, IP address, subnet mask, and the next hop now. This is the command for this. So I will close it now. So I have configured this router to communicate with this system. I will do the same thing for this router as well. So this router has 2 bit configured according to this network. So again go to routing static, which is the network. This is 192.168.3.0. I will add this one. Subnet mask is 255.255.0, and the hop value here will be 20.0.0.3. This one. This is the IP address of this port will be used to the next hop, and we will add it. Added, done. That's how. That's all. The configuration part is done. Now it will take some time to done. Then we can cross check it. We can send packet from this to this. Yes, it is possible, successful. Delete another PDU from this to this. Now it is successful. Now these systems are able to communicate with the system in this network via this static routing configuration. Okay, so this is how we can do it. I would suggest you guys to practice it using both. You can do it using commands also. Please follow the commands also in CLI. These are the commands for this. You have to try with commands and also with directly using this Cisco Packet Tracer also. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. So we are done with the static routing protocol. Next time we'll be doing a dynamic routing protocol. Thank you so much.